All right, Sisters fans. Now, yes, I've talked about this a number of times on the channel about Pam and Aaron eventually hooking up if they haven't been doing so behind the scenes already. But I think as of last week's episode of Sisters, it just seems thematically like the right thing to do to have Pam and Aaron become a thing. Now, this is assuming that Aaron is finally taking the hint. Karen has made it as plain as day. I don't want you no more. I don't want to see you no more. I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't want your money for the salon. I don't need you to take care of me and this baby. And then she just goes down the list and of all the reasons why she's pretty much done with him. And then this fool says, so where do we stand? Negro, she just made it clear for you. But in any case, I was actually reading through some comments. It was either in the comment section of one of my videos or I was having like a DM conversation with another fan about the show. But somebody actually brought up, and I'm sorry I forgot who actually told me this, but see, I'm not taking credit for it. I'm literally saying somebody brought this up. But I think that it makes sense for Aaron and Pam to become a thing because it will be the second time where Karen has discarded a man and that man is picked up by someone within close proximity of Karen. And I'm like, that actually makes a lot of sense because even though her and Fatima weren't really close or anything like that, they were on good terms in season 2. They had only really quote unquote hung out a couple of times. And one was when Fatima met all the girls after Andy got her job back and they had a dinner celebration for that. So that was a group meeting and everything. And then I think there was that time where after the shower sex, Fatima got her hair done by Karen. So they had a one-on-one there. But in any case, when you look at Pam, this is her, employee and whatnot. They're always, together and at work anyway. And then Pam, she's never shied away about talking about how attractive Aaron is. So it just makes sense. And not to mention she's nosy as hell. She's intrusive. Hopefully Aaron decides not to talk to Pam anymore. This is how I think it's going to go. This is just a theory. Well, we do know Pam is going to talk to Karen on the phone this week in tomorrow night's episode and talk about how, you shouldn't have ripped up that check. And then Karen's like, Pam, not now. So I wonder if Aaron is going to be brought up at all. Like maybe Karen brings up how I'm done with him and I told him to leave and whatnot and I don't want his help anymore. Or it could be a situation where, let's say, Pam arrives at the salon the next day to, clean up and whatnot, but Aaron is nowhere around and maybe some other people are there, maybe not. And then Pam is the one that reaches out to Aaron. It's like, Aaron, I thought you said we were, hey, Pam, Karen called me over last night. She told me she was pretty much just done with me. She wanted to be single and focus on this baby and whatnot. So I won't be popping up anymore. So, there's no more flowers coming to the salon. I'm not going to help with the repair. She doesn't want my help. She doesn't want me to come over and talk to her. And she showed me the paperwork. It says the baby isn't mine. So I'm just pretty much done. Now, as to whether or not he decides to give his quote unquote energy and attention to Jennifer, that crazy chick that showed up at the salon, is beyond me. But let's just say that doesn't work out. Maybe Pam, feels bad for him because remember when he was outside in that car crying, damn, he out there crying. I feel like Pam is going to try to like cheer him up. And then from there, they start to talking, maybe coffee, dinner. And well, from there, hey, what's the saying? A woman can only tell a man no so many times before he goes out and finds a woman who will tell him yes. So I think it would just be hilarious if Pam and Aaron become a thing. Now, also keep in mind, it does remind me of the play, The Marriage Counselor, when the therapist's wife was cheating on the husband, a good man. But, well, no, the man didn't cheat at the end. It was his daddy, Floyd, who ended up with her secretary. So I thought that was pretty funny. Like, Becky, the white secretary for the black therapist, is like, yeah, she ended up not with the husband, but, the husband's father. So I thought that was pretty funny. I feel like the same thing's going to happen here where Even though Aaron is kind of shady, we really don't know his true intentions and, his backstory. But Aaron, is seemingly a good man, and he's kicked to the curb. So next thing you know, a woman in close proximity, Pam, picks him up, and then there you go. And then Karen's going to be mad as hell. But hey, what can you do? You did it to yourself. And look, I'm going to be honest here. Even if it turns out the baby is Aaron's, I don't think that Aaron would leave Pam, because it's like, look, I'll be there for the baby, but, hey, then again, you said you didn't want my help. It's just one of those things where I think that Karen is just, well, it's ironic I want to make this statement. She's shooting herself in the foot by kicking the dude to the curb that would give her foot massages. I mean, technically, you could argue she's already shot herself in both feet. One, when she got rid of Zach, honestly, that was for the best, for the both of them. And then the second time, just recently, shooting herself in the other foot for kicking Aaron to the curb. But that's only because, I'm going to stay single. Bullshit. You just going to still try to run after Zach. So, yeah, I think that Pam and Aaron are probably going to hook up, and it will just be hilarious because, Karen kicks a guy to the curb, and then somebody within her, vicinity picks him up, and then they're happier than ever. Best believe Pam is going to be coming to work every day in a good mood. Pam's going to be so, happy and all from her relationship with Aaron that she's not even going to bother staying in other people's business. Kind of like with Hayden and Tamara, even though then again, Hayden is, looking into the Andy thing, but that's only because Tamara isn't around to distract him. But yeah, I think that the pampering, whether it be foot rubs, Aaron bringing Pam her favorite food, flowers. Oh, wow, that will be awkward, though, because Pam still works at the salon. So imagine if Aaron just rolls up and, he's showing Pam a lot of affection and whatnot, and that's going to get under Karen's skin. Well, hey, that's what happens. Yeah, and then, you could argue that he might try to overcompensate, but I think that it won't be a jealousy thing. I think that Aaron will actually have feelings for Pam, and from there, those two will just be extremely happy. Oh, that would be a living hell. Think of it this way. Yeah, I didn't think the video would be this long, but the more I talk, the more it makes sense. Think of it this way. She hates seeing Zach happy with someone else, but that's only when Karen goes out of her way to run into Zach at his place or whatever, or, tries to get him to come over to the salon or come over to her place. But the fact that the man she kicked to the curb, in this case being Aaron, would constantly come by her place of employment because he's dating one of her employees, that would make her sick to her stomach, and I would love that. It is incredible. I would, Tyler, Mr. Perry, make it happen. Aaron and Pam hook up, and Karen has to deal with that shit every day. All the times, like, the flowers would come, Karen would, and that's how Karen should find out about the whole thing about Pam and Aaron. Flowers come, and then Karen is like disgusted. Flowers again? I need to call Aaron to tell him no. And then she reads the card, or Pam goes, oh no, these ain't for you. Because Karen is so arrogant. What's that saying? It's like, you're so vain, you probably think this joke is about you. No, the flowers come, she rolls her eyes thinking it's Aaron, but then maybe she reads the card or something and then says, Pam. And then, Pam love Aaron, and then it's like, hey, what can you do? And then Aaron shows up, and hey, it's crazy because Zach had his come up when he left, or got dumped and then got with Fatima. And then, Karen saw his new car and the suits and everything. And now in this case, Pam wouldn't have to lift a finger. She probably wouldn't drive to work. Aaron would do that for her. Then they go out. He'd bring her lunch every day. Basically, all the stuff that he was doing for Karen and she didn't really appreciate, she's going to be in her feelings because Pam is the recipient of all that. And guess what? She ain't got a damn person to blame but herself, but she's still going to be mad at Aaron anyway. She's going to be mad at Pam. But again, you're the one that said, you're not the father. I don't want to see you in this way, in terms of I don't want to interact with you and like we're a relationship, because we're not. I need to be single for a while. I'm still chasing after Zach. I don't want your money. Hey, Karen, in that case, you can't be mad. You literally just tossed all that stuff to the side. And guess what? Another woman was allowed to pick it up. It's going to suck for her. I honestly feel bad for her character. I wish Tyler would do better by Karen, but the way she's been written, all of the things that are transpiring or that may transpire, she brought it on her damn self. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. If Pam and Aaron Hook, you know what will even be worse for Karen? If she eventually gets kicked out of the Sistas group like Bobby Brown out of New Edition, and Pam becomes the new sister. That would be wild as hell. That would be wild as hell. You would have Andy, Sabrina, Danny. Without Karen around, I have no doubt in my mind Fatima will be there. And then you have Pam. You got all the sisters, all of them, hopefully by that time in loving relationships. You know, Zach and Fatima, Pam and Aaron, Andy, Asterix, Jordan. We know he's going to be in season 7, but we don't know how long that's going to last. Sabrina meets someone, and then Danny meets someone. Now, whether or not it's Creepy Tony, I don't know, but it's definitely not going to be Preston. So basically, all her girls are having a good time. They're in relationships, and where's Karen? Bitter and alone with that baby. Not knowing who the father, because the father probably isn't Zach or Aaron. That's what happens. So, yeah, this wasn't honestly, this is probably one of my favorite videos I've recorded in a while, because I didn't think it would get this deep. But, you know, again, speaking it out loud, I'm like, okay, I think there are some different layers that Tyler could go with this. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.